You see, prayer has 7 purposes. The least out of 7 is to get your needs met. When you ask God for this, he does it for you. That's the least thing that prayer does. There is something called the ultimate reward of intercession. The ultimate reward of a prayer life. Let me show you. Maybe I can do it on the same page. Or let me see if I can do it here. Yeah. Okay, let me try here and draw this line. And show you the 4 things that happen in prayer. And the 4th one is the ultimate reward. So, level 1 is prayer, worship, spending time with God, and there are 7 things that happen at this level. All the stages I will show you have 7 things. I won't waste more time explaining them. For example, everybody knows that prayer is not just petition, asking God, give me this. That there is a higher level called supplication. There is a level higher than that called intercession. And that all of them must be laced with the incense called thanksgiving. It is that incense that causes the thing to lift into God's presence. Take those 4 at least. The first thing that comes, this school, when you start engaging in the process, and you know the other things that we do there, like fasting, like spending time waiting, listening. The first product that prayer produces is utterance. And there are 7 things that happen here. Utterance. Everywhere you read in the Bible, before God uses a man, one of the things you hear is touch my tongue. Utterance means you become the microphone, God becomes the speaker. So one of the first things you see, like the day of Pentecost, is tongues, tongues, tongues. Another one is interpretation of tongues. Another one is prophecy. Another one is prophetic praying. Usually it might come in even before, or it can come in after. There will be many times you leave the realm of human beings praying. It is now the Holy Spirit doing intercession through you. You entered into that divine partnership. Then you move into prophetic preaching. Whenever you come, you speak the word of God. When you finish, people's questions are answered. People's problems are addressed. The words you are speaking has gone beyond just giving information. That's what makes ministry different from lecture. Then the next level that comes as you pray, because it is like the refinery. I'm told you it's a school. The refinery, at the lower level, you get bitumen. This one we use coal tar to tar the road. You move up, you get kerosene with a lot of soot. When you cook with it, you see a lot of black stuff. It lives on your pot. You will move on, you get petrol. You will move on, you get aviation fuel. There is a level you get to is gases. Because it's layers of purification as you move. That's what happens with prayer. People who don't stay long, they cross beyond utterance, you move into intelligence. There are 7 things that also happen there. At this level, you start knowing things that nobody told you. You start downloading intelligence. After a while, you start downloading revelations. You start downloading pictures, visions. So at this level now, you see word of knowledge start coming. You move, word of wisdom start coming, where you can see the future. You move, you get to the point, discerning of spirits in its 3 and 4 dimensions start coming. Because it's not just ability to discern demons. even to see and discern the glory of God. That's even sometimes Jesus appearing, angels appearing, God appearing, and somebody seeing when, oh. God starts sharing his secrets with you. You move further. You break into power. And about 7 things happen there too. Usually the first thing you will start experiencing, you stay in prayer till you gain what is called a note of victory. The old timers used to call it praying through. You stay, you don't leave. Intercession is not just starting praying for something. It is remaining committed to the project till the baby comes out of the womb. And there is a feeling that happens when a baby comes out of the womb. There is a different feeling when a woman is in the labor pushing through. So you stay, you move into travail, and you get to a point where you can gain spiritual release, spiritual victory. And you know, it is at that moment that men of God come out, they speak. They speak to weather, they speak to on national issues, and it will happen. What we do is that we get up and speak like Elijah with no intercession as a backing. James said that man prayed earnestly that it will not rain. When he obtained the victory, he now came out and saw Ahab and said, there will be no rain according to my word. Because God has helped me to enter certain dimensions where the forces of nature obey. I had to understand how men in the Bible can say sun and moon stand still and he will obey. I had to. There are national issues, state issues that's periodically I'm called upon, and the situation is so bad. It will require a creative work to solve that problem. I was called to a state where another state was created and they took away all their oil. And the state crashed. The state was a high flyer, crashed. The economy became bad. The situation was so bad. And I was there by the second day. I had crossed this boundary. God said, tell them, I want the people that rule the state to hear it, say it public, that I'm creating new oil wells for this state. And that is just the beginning. That he's also providing other resources, and they're going to find them before that year ends. You have to be mad to go and say that kind of thing. When the scientists are saying there is no oil found in the ground. It wasn't up to 2 months I've left. They found oil wells. And they started finding other solid minerals and all kinds of things. I have dealt with all kinds of life. You can imagine where they say we have not had rain for 3 years, for 4 years. There has been drought. I went to a part of the world where, because of snow and because of, the parts of the world that are in cold, they only have 3 months of normal weather to plant crops. So the farmers, their crops were damaged. A lot of the people who came for the program were telling me stories how their economy was badly affected because of the amount of cold and snow and all ice and all those things that happened. They were not able to. I went home and took it up because I have one more night with them. And I broke into that dimension. And God said, this time around, since they said they always have 3 months, this time around, give them double what they used to have at normal weather. So with that, they will get double the breakthroughs that they normally get in a year. And I came and announced a 6 months period where the weather will hang. And there will be nothing like snow or all those cold. And the farmers will do. And people believe God, so they went and made double plan. And that's exactly what happened. The kind of money people sent me from that country. People who did not believe in God. There were certain individuals there who had all these things about God. That was what convinced them. They said they don't believe in miracles. The pastors arrange miracles. Watch, we're going to see strange things in these last days. It's not just healings, it's not just deliverances. We're going to see acts of God in nature. We're going to see God intervening in nature. Oh, there are some things I don't want to say it. If you say it, it will look like we're building an auditorium. This one happened in this country, in a particular part of this country. It's not this administration. Another administration was in office. The economy of Nigeria crashed so much. And we have raised the complete money for that project. And then the crash happened, dollar, all of those things. Now, building the auditorium, we could do it here. It was a 10,000 auditorium. But the air conditioning system, you know, this giant, we are flying from Dubai. Our PA systems was being brought in from America. Different things that were being imported. Now, we have to either double, start raising funds all over again. Or, what do you do? So I went to the Lord in prayer. You see, this foundational thing, access to the throne, is the beginning of every form of dominion. Spiritual, until you gain victory in the spirit, forget about it in the natural. And I hit that zone. So I'm talking about the zone of power. The first is that knowing that is beyond this world that comes to your spirit. That point where you have risen beyond the problem that you are praying about, whatever it is, you get an assurance. Then there is a gift of faith. Then there is a gift of healing that is installed into you. And these healings, among the gifts of the Spirit, there are two that come like grapes in clusters. Other ones might come like fruits, like apple, orange, one. This one come in clusters. Gifts of healing is like that. Even when you have it, keep pushing. There are more to that gift. Gift of diverse kinds of tongues is like that. Then there is heavy spiritual authority. And spiritual authority works in 4 dimensions. First, the highest is having authority with God. God doesn't say no once a word leaves your mouth. The other is having authority before the forces of darkness. Jesus, I know. Paul, I know. Who are you? The third is influence, tremendous influence over human beings. I've set thee over nations to root out, to pull down. One time he told Jeremiah, I'm making you a battle axe. You can even divide a man and a woman. So when one of our brethren strays, if he's a sister, he follows one unbeliever, and they try talking, it won't work. I tell them, bring the case to me. When I deploy what I deploy, the way they will separate, and sometimes it's violent separation, they so separate that the guy doesn't want to see her anymore, and she would not cry. I say, come back, oh, come back. A shepherd is supposed to have authority to keep the sheep because they stray. We're supposed to have the rod, the loving leadership, but we are supposed to have both the rod and the staff. That's what Psalm 23 said. He is my shepherd, but his rod and his staff. That's what he used to lead people. One is authority. God gave us people. And I told the Lord, you had only one son of perdition. I don't want to have 100. He said, of all you gave me, I kept. There is a power given to the shepherd to keep his people. The devil knows that I'm like David. If you come after a sheep, you have to fight with me. You have to fight with the one that sent me. And he has tried many times. And I'll collect the sheep he thought he has captured from his mouth and still tear that his jaw. It's the shepherd's authority. These degrees are gained in prayer, not in classroom. They are gained while spending time. Oh, I need to go.